Welcome to our academy. Those who are watching this video, subscribe this channel, like the video and share this video to your friends. So in this session, I would like to discuss Civil Services Examination 2025 Preliminary GS Paper 1 Answer Key Discussion. Now the first question is, consider the following types of vehicles. So see the question, how many of the above are considered alternative powertrain vehicles? Right, option 1 is fully battery electric vehicles. Yes, this statement is correct. First statement is supporting the electric vehicles. Now second statement is hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. Now this is also be supporting to the electric vehicles. So here powertrain vehicle, and the third one is fuel cell electric hybrid vehicle. Now these three are here supporting to the powertrain vehicles. Now here all statements are correct. So in this question, so option C is correct answer. So option C is correct answer. Right. Next, come to the second question. Second question is, with reference to the unmanned air vehicles, consider the following types. All types of unmanned air vehicles can do vertical landing. Okay. So here all types of unmanned air vehicles can do automated hovering. And the third one is, all types of unmanned air vehicles can use battery only as a source of power supply. How many of these statements above is correct? Only one, only two. So all the three, and the fourth one is none. So in this question, so now observe this second question. These three statements are wrong. So here first statement is wrong, second statement is wrong, and third statement is also be wrong. Now here the answer is option D is the correct answer. Right? Now first we will check. So first one is what? All types of unmanned air vehicles can do vertical landing. So now in this question, if you observe the fixed wing unmanned air vehicle, so example is DRDO, Nishant and Rustam required run away for takeoff and landing and cannot land vertically. Okay, cannot land vertically. So this is the first statement is wrong. And also if you observe the vertical takeoff and landing unmanned air vehicles, example is Swan drone by New Space Research can land vertically. But not all unmanned air vehicles have this capability. So first statement is wrong. Now come to the second statement. Second statement is also be wrong. So all types of unmanned air vehicles can do automated hovering. Now if you observe this multi-rotor drone, so example is a DJI drone used by Indian Armed Force can hover. And similarly, if you see fixed wing unmanned air vehicle, example is IAI Heron used by Indian military. So cannot hover as they require forward motion for lift. So that now here second statement is also be wrong. Okay. So here third statement, all types of unmanned air vehicles can use battery only as a source of power supply. If you observe the third statement, if you see the small drones, like example is agriculture drones, so often use batteries, right? And when you go to the military unmanned air vehicles, example is DRDO Tapas BH201 use fuel-based engines, right? So here agriculture drones are use batteries, and the DRDO Tapas BH201 use fuel-based engine for long endurance. And similarly, if you observe the solar-powered unmanned air vehicles, example is ISRO high altitude pseudo satellite, so rely on solar panels. So now if you observe the third statement, so yes, small drones are using batteries, military unmanned air vehicles are using fuel-based engines, and solar-powered unmanned air vehicle example is ISRO high altitude pseudo satellite use solar panels. So here the third statement is also be wrong. So now here in the second question, so the correct answer is option D, none. So three statements are wrong. Now go to the third question. So if you observe the third question, so here in this context, so in this context of electric vehicle batteries, consider the following elements. So here first one is cobalt, second one is graphite, third one is lithium, fourth one is nickel. Now how many of the above usually make up battery cathodes? So here now if you observe this question, three statements, observe this. So here cobalt, right? So here cobalt is used as a cathode is the right. So graphite used as an anode, not cathode. So lithium is used as a cathode. Nickel used as a cathode. So now here option B is wrong. So how many statements are correct? In third question means, So here three options are right. So here answer is what? So here answer is option C. So here in this question, battery cathodes. So now here cobalt, lithium and nickel used as a cathode, graphite used as a anode, right? This is the third question. Now go to the fourth question. So in the fourth question, now see here, fourth question is, consider the following cigarette butts, and the second one is eyeglass lens, third one is car types. How many of them contain plastic? Okay, so here only one. So B option is only two, all the three, and the option D. So now fourth question, if you observe the fourth question, so here cigarette butts is contain plastic, so eyeglass lenses is contain plastic, or tires is also be contain, so here plastic. So in this question, fourth question is option C is correct answer. Okay, option C is correct. So now if you observe the cigarette butts, so here it contains plastic. So the filter in the cigarette butt is made up of cellulose, acetate and synthetic plastic polymer. Okay, and similarly if you go to the another one, eye lenses. So eye lenses is what the most modern lenses are made up of polycarbonate, CR39 and Trimix, so which are thermoplastic polymers. So here the eye glass lenses is also be contained, so here plastic. And similarly third option, so third option is our car tires. So the tires contain synthetic rubber, a type of plastic polymer, and reinforcing material like polyester and nylon cords. So here the car tire, eyeglass lenses, cigarette butts, all three are containing plastic. So in the fourth question, option C is correct. Now, so here fifth question. Now if you observe the fifth question, consider the following substance. Option 1 ethanol, and option 2 is nitroglycerin, and option 3 is urea. Coal gasification technology can be used in the production of how many of them is correct is asking question. So now if you observe the fifth question, in the fifth question first statement is correct. So here asking a question is what? Coal gasification technique can be used in production of many of them, right? So here we are using ethanol. So here nitrogen glycerin is we are not using, and third one is what? Urea, right? So here in this question, so how many statements are correct? Means two statements are correct, right? So here option B is the correct answer. Option B is correct answer. Right, now come to the ethanol. So here generally you know that indirectly, so here indirectly via coal gasification, so not paid directly from coal, but it can be made via syngas route, right? So here syngas to methanol, methanol to ethanol. So that the first statement is correct. Now come to the second statement, nitroglycerin. So here nitroglycerin is made from glycerol plus nitric acid. So glycerol is obtained from fats or oil, not coal. So that the second statement is wrong. So here the nitric acid is derived from ammonia, but coal gasification is not standard path producing the glycerol. So that second option is wrong, right? And now go to the third one. Third one is what? Urea. Urea means what? You can write CONH2. So it made from ammonia and plus CO2. So means here ammonia can be synthesized from hydrogen and then nitrogen. So here the coal gasification produces syngas used for ammonium production via Haber-Bosch. So urea. So that now we can say that now here this urea is also be correct. So in the fifth question, only two statements are correct. Now come to the sixth question. Sixth question is what is the common characteristic of chemical substance generally known as Cl20, HMX and LLM105, which are sometimes talked about in media, right? First option A. So here option A is what? These are alternative to the hydrofluorocarbon refrigerators. Next option B, these are explosive military weapons. And option C, these are high energy fuel for cruise missiles. Option D is these are fuel for rocket propulsion. So here in this question, option B is correct. So here option A is wrong, option C is wrong, and option D is also be wrong. Right? First we will see. Now here if you observe the Cl20, so here Cl20 is what? High energy nitramine based explosive with significantly more powerful than RDX or HMX. So that now we can say that Cl20 is a explosive material. So it is not used in refrigerators, right? So yeah, this is the first one. Similarly, HMX. So here HMX is a powerful military explosive used in nuclear weapons and shaped charges and detonators. So that now here HMX is also be a explosive material. Now come to the LLM-105. So is an intensive high explosive used in warheads where safety and stability are crucial. So we can say that Cl20, HMX, LL105 are explosives in military weapons. So only option B is correct, right? And A, C, D is wrong, right? Now this is the 6th question. Come to the 7th question. So consider the following statement. It is expected that Majorana 1 chip will be enable quantum computing. Next one is option 2. Majorana 1 chip has been introduced by Amazon Web Services. Third one is deep learning is a subset of here machine learning. Which of the statements given above are correct? So now here, if you observe the question, so option 1 is correct. So option 2 is wrong and the option C is right. So means here only second statement is wrong. Second statement is wrong means now we can say that answer is, so here 1 and 3 is the correct. Right? Now go to the explanation. First one is what? It is expected that Majorana chip will enable quantum computing. This statement is correct, right? So here the Majorana 1 chip is a quantum computing chip developed by Microsoft in collaboration with TU Left and designed to create a topological qubits using Majorana 0 made for stable quantum computation. So that now here first statement is correct. So here second statement is wrong because here this Majorana chip has introduced by Microsoft, not Amazon Web Services. So option B is wrong. And next, option C. If you observe the option C, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Yes. So here, deep learning uses neural network to model complex patterns, while machine learning include broader algorithms. Example is SVM and decision trees. So we can say that the deep learning is a subset of machine learning is correct. So overall, the 7th question answer is option C. Now go to the 8th question. So if you observe the 8th question, with reference to the monoclonal antibodies often mentioned in news, consider the following statement. Option 1 is they are man-made proteins. Option 2, they stimulate immunological functions due to their ability to bind to specific antigens. Now the third one is they are used in treat viral infections like that Nipah virus. So in the 8th question, 3 statements are correct. Option 1 is correct, option 2 is correct, and option 3 is also be correct. So we can say that the 8th question answer is option D is correct, right? So now we will see how these 3 statements are correct. So first one is what? They are made, right? So yeah, they are man-made proteins. So this statement is correct. So if you observe monoclonal antibodies, right? So here monoclonal antibodies are laboratory engineered proteins designed to mimic natural antibodies. They are produced using hybridoma technology or recombinant DNA method. So that now first statement is correct, right? Now go to the second statement. Second statement is what? So here MAB, right? So MAB. MAB means what? Monoclonal antibodies. So monoclonal antibodies target specific antigens. Okay, specific antigens. Example is viral protein, cancer cell, and can neutralize pathogens, block receptors, or flag cell for immune destructions. So we can say that now the second statement is also be correct. Now go to the third statement. Third statement is what they are used in treating viral infection like that of Nipah virus. It is true. So here Nipah virus MAB. So example is M1024 or under trial in India. So the third statement is correct, right? So here now eighth question answer is option D. Now go to the ninth question. So ninth question is how many statements are given correct, right? So first one is what ninth question is. So here no virus can survive in ocean waters. So option A is wrong. Next, no virus can infect bacteria. This is also be wrong. No virus can change the cellular transcriptional activity in host cell. This is also be wrong. So ninth question is what? Ninth question is three statements are wrong. So we can say that option D is correct. Now go to the discussion. No virus can survive in the ocean water, right? So if you observe the marine viruses, right? Marine viruses are abundant in ocean water, right? Example is bacteriophages, algal virus, and play crucial role in marine ecosystem. So that now here first statement is wrong. And similarly, second statement, no virus can infect bacteria. This is also be wrong, right? So bacteriophages. So here are phases or viruses that are specially infect bacteria. So example is T4 phase infecting E. coli, right? So that now the second statement is wrong. Next one is go to the third statement. No virus can change the cellular transcriptional activity in host cell. This is wrong. So here we know that virus actually manipulate host transcription. Okay, example is HIV integrate into host DNA. HPA alter cell cycle regulation. So here the third statement is also be wrong. So in ninth question, three statements are wrong. So answer is option D is correct. Now go to the 10th question. So 10th question is what? Consider the following statement. Statement 1 is activated carbon activated carbon is a good and attractive tool to remove pollutants from effluent stream and remediate contaminate from various industries, right? This statement is correct. Like similarly, statement 2. So here activated carbon exhibits a large surface area and strong potential for adsorbing heavy metals. This statement is also be correct. Third statement, activated carbon can be easily synthesized from environmental waste with high carbon content. And which of the following is correct? So here three statements are correct. Now observe this. Now option A is both statement 2 and statement 3 are correct. Both of them are explanation of statement A. So 10th question answer is option A is correct, right? Now come to the statement 1. So statement 1 is what? Activated carbon is a good and attractive tool to remove pollutants from effluent stream and to remediate contaminate from various industries. This statement is correct, right? So now see here, activated carbon is widely used in water treatment, air purification, and industrial waste remediation due to its high adsorption capacity. Okay, so that now here first statement is correct. Now come to the second statement. Second statement is what? Activated carbon exhibit a large surface area and strong potential for adsorbing heavy metals. This is also be correct. Like AC has a porous structure, right? So it's we know that around 500 to 1500 meters square for gas surface area, and enabling adsorption of heavy metals like Pb, Hg, Cd. So is via physical and chemical bonding. So the second statement is also be correct. Third statement, and also third. So if you observe third statement, AC can produce from agriculture waste, right? Rice husk, coconut shell. So industrial. So AC means here activated carbon. So here industrial sludge or plastic waste. Okay. So here this third statement is also be correct. Now here option 2 means statement 2 and statement 3 both are supporting statement A. So that now 10th question answer is option A. And similarly 11th question, go to the 11th question. So 11th question answer is here also the same. Now here, the studies indicate that carbon dioxide emission from cement industry account more than 5% of global carbon emission. First statement. Next, second statement is, this statement is also be correct. Statement 1 is correct. Next, statement 2 is silica bearing clay is a mixture with limestone while manufacturing cement. This statement is also be correct. Now next, statement 3 is limestone is converted into the lime during clinker production for cement manufacturing. This statement is also be correct. Right? Three statements are correct. Now we will see the which of the following is correct with respect to above statement. Both 2 and 3 are correct. Both of them explanation of statement A. Second one. So here both 2 and 3 are correct, but only one of them explain statement 1. Right? So now here only one of the statement 2 and 3 is correct. That explanation statement 1. Neither statement 2 nor statement 3 is correct. So in this question, so 12th question, right? So 11th question. So the 11th question answer is option B is correct. So statement 2 and statement 3 both are correct, and only one of them explains statement A. Right? Now come to the statement 1. So here statement 1 is what? Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, 3 is correct. But so here statement 1, now if you observe this, so here statement 2 and statement 3, right? These two are supporting to the statement 1. So that now we can say that 11th question answer is option B is correct. Right? Next, so here this next one is 12th question. Come to the 12th question. If you observe the 12th question, consider the following statements. Right? So statement 1 is at the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference, India refrained from signing Declaration of Climate and Health. Statement 2, so the COP28 Declaration on Climate and Health is a binding declaration, and if you signed, it become mandated to decarbonize health sector. Right? Next, third statement is, so here if India health sector is decarbonized, the resilience of its healthcare system may be compromised. Right? So here this is the 12th question. Right? So now here if you observe these three statements, 12th question, so here statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is wrong, and statement 3 is correct. Right? And also here answer is, so here option C is correct. So here only one of the statement 2 and statement 2 are correct. Okay, so here in this only one of them, in third one is correct. So here second one is wrong, and that explains statement 1 is correct. So here answer is option C is correct. Now go to the 13th question. So here 13th question is, consider the following statement. Statement 1 is, scientific studies suggest that a shift is taking place in the earth rotation and axis. Right? So now here we know that this statement is correct. Now here statement 2 is, the solar flare and associated coronal mass ejection bombarded the Earth's outermost atmosphere with a tremendous amount of energy. So, but this is correct statement only, but it is not related to the statement 1. So here this is wrong. And third statement is, as when Earth polar ice melt, the water tends to move toward the equator. Now this statement is correct. So now here answer is, 13th question answer is option B is correct. So now here 2 and 3 statements are correct, but only one of them explains statement 1. Right? This is the correct. Right? Because so here itself is second statement is correct, but this is not explaining the statement 1, second statement. Now go to the 14th statement. 14th statement is, so here statement 1 is, Article 6 of the Paris Agreement on climate change is frequently discussed in global discussion on sustainable development and climate change. Statement 1 is correct. Next, statement 2 is, Article 6 of the Paris Agreement on climate change set out the principle of carbon market. This is also be correct. Next, next statement 3 is, Article 6 of the Paris Agreement on climate change intend to promote inter-country non-market strategies to reach their climate target. This is also be correct. These statements are correct. So now if you observe 14th question, so here the 14th question answer is option A is correct. Right here, option 2 and option 3. If you observe these 2 and 3, these two are correct, and both of them are explaining statement A. So that now your option A is correct. Next, 15th question. This is the direct question. Now, which one of the following launched the Nature Solution Finance Hub for Asia and Pacific? So ADB, AIIB, NDB, and IBRD. So here we know that here option B is wrong, right? Option C is also be wrong. Option D is also be wrong. Only so here the Asian Development Bank is correct, right? Option A is correct. So 15th question. Now come to the 16th question. 16th question is with reference to the direct air capture, an emerging technology, which of the following statement is correct? Statement 1. So it can be used as a way of carbon sequestration. So here, correct statement, right? So direct air capture, emerging technology, it can be used as a way of carbon sequestration. Statement 1 is correct. It can be a valuable approach for plastic production in food processing. The second statement is also be correct. And next, the third statement is in aviation, it can be a source of carbon for combining with hydrogen and creating synthetic low carbon fuel. So here the 3 statements are correct. So here 16th question answer is option C is correct. Now go to the 7th question. So regarding peacock tarantula, consider the following. It is an omnivorous crustacean. So this statement is wrong. So in the natural habitat in India, only limited at some forest areas, right? Second statement is correct. And next, it in its natural habitat, it is an arboreal species. Now here, this statement is also correct. Only first statement is wrong. Second and 2 is right. So now here, 17th question answer is option D is correct. Next, 18th question. So 18th question is consider the following statement. So carbon dioxide CO2 emission in India are less than 0.5 tons CO2 per capita, right? So now here this statement is wrong. So here first statement is wrong. Now come to the second statement. In terms of CO2 emission from fuel combustion, India ranked second in Asian region. So this is right. Next, electricity and heat producers are largest source of CO2 emission in India, right? Third statement is also be correct. So 18th question, second and third statement is correct, right? So now here we can say that the answer is 18th question answer is option C is correct. Right now, why this first statement is wrong means the carbon dioxide emission in India are less than 0.5 ton CO2 per capita is wrong. This is how much means India per capita CO2 emission were 1.9 tons. 1.9 tons. But here given statement is 0.5. So here, so that first statement is wrong. Now go to the 19th question. 19th question is consider the following pairs, plant and description. So here this is cassava, right? Second one is ginger. Next Malabar spinach, mint and papaya. So here given 5 plants and their description, right? So now we will see first one. So here cassava is woody crop, right? This statement is correct. Next similarly ginger herb with pseudostem, this is also be correct. Malabar spinach, so herbicous climber, this is also be correct. Now your mint is annual scrub, wrong, and papaya is a wood scrub is also be wrong. So now we will see why the fifth statement is wrong means mint. So here we know that mint is an aromatic perennial herb. Okay, so this is a mint is a aromatic perennial herb, not annual scrub. Okay, so that fourth statement is wrong. Next, similarly, go to the papaya. Papaya is what? Woody scrub. So papaya is considered a small tree, not a wood scrub. It has a single sparsely branched trunk and can grow up to 8 meters tall. So that now fourth option and fifth option is wrong. Only here 3 statements are correct. So that now here 19th question answer is option B is correct. Next is 20th question. So with reference to the planet Earth, consider the following statements. right? Now in this first one, 20th question, the rainforest produce more oxygen than produced by the oceans. This statement is wrong. Why this statement is wrong means, here question is about rain. So here statement is rainforest produce more oxygen than that produced by oceans. Ocean produces 50 to 80% of earth oxygen via phytoplankton, while rainforest contribute only 28%. This is producing only 28%, but ocean is producing 50 to 80%. So that first statement is wrong. Now second statement. So here second statement is marine phytoplankton and photosynthetic bacteria produce about 50% of world oxygen. Right? This is statement is correct. Right? Second statement is correct. Next, the third statement. Third statement is well oxygenated surface water contains several fold higher oxygen than that in atmospheric air. This is wrong. So if you observe, surface water typically hold 5 to 10 mg per liter dissolved water, where air has 2,10,000 mg per liter. So this is 21% of oxygen. So water oxygen is far lower. Okay, so not higher, far lower due to solubility limit. So we can say that here in 20th question, option 1 and option 3 is wrong. So here only option 2 is correct. So answer is option B, right? So remaining questions you will see in part 2. Thank you.